which is not what people have really gotten a sense. So that's very critical to know. And our logistics industry size is around 133 billion as of now. But that's highly unorganized, and it's hardly 10% of the industry which is organized, and because of which, what happens? The organized industry is hardly 13 billion USD, and we have the numbers to tell you how that is. And within this 13 billion, only 25% of the companies are actually listed. So listed companies, their revenue is hardly 3.25 billion, while the total industry is around 13 organized. Now what is going to happen is these volumes are now going to get up, because the logistics industry size itself will increase as the GDP increases. The level of organization will also increase substantially. From 10%, we are expecting it to go to 40%. We have seen in Europe and America, the levels of organization is close to almost 50%, 35% and 50%, 57% in USA. So we feel India could also become that, because once the capital is available, this level of organization could go up very much. So with the two things, one is the GDP increasing as well as level of organization increasing. From 13 billion, organized industry could go up to 165 billion, which is a scale of almost 10. And that's a very hyper growth that it could experience. And on top of it, if the listed companies or the companies which are supplied capital through the private equity and listed could go up to 50%, we are talking of $83 billion revenue coming from logistics from the current meager 3 billion which is there. Now another interesting thing happens. There are financial experts sitting there. They know that as the industry becomes large and bigger, currently this $3 billion revenue actually has a multiple of 2.6 to give a market cap of 8.4 billion USD, which is there. Now if this 3.25 becomes 83, and as the industry grows, like for info, IT, the multiple is close to around 7. The top 4 companies, their market cap is 7 times that of their revenues. We feel in logistics, as this is also very sophisticated industry, this multiple could go up to around 5. So if you multiply this with this 5, the number which comes is around $448 billion, which is actually double that IT and infotech combined. And believe us, we feel very strongly that this kind of thing could happen. Unlike retailing, the difference between logistics and retailing, a lot of people are looking at retailing as the next sunrise sector, and large investments are being made. But retailing, the margins are not more than 5%, probably 6%, because it's more of a trading. While in logistics, the margins are humongous. So normally all logistics companies will show you they operate with 20-25% net profit margin. Companies like Gateway Distripark, the net profit margins are 55%. On an average, it is around 25%. With $83 billion revenue, if you get a profit margin of 25%, we are talking of $20 billion profit. Multiply that by another PE of 20, we again get a number of $400 billion. So from $8 billion currently, the sector could grow to almost $400 billion, which is a 50-fold jump in a span of a decade or so. If you compare this with certain other sectors like IT or even telecom, this is something which is definitely possible. Of course, by another 1 decade, these numbers for IT and telecom could even become equal to this or much bigger. But this is a distinct possibility that this could happen. So this just shows that what kind of infrastructure is required. Surprisingly, in US also, we did some analysis of what is the value of all the US logistics companies. So it was coming to a very large figure. I think FedEx is close to around $30 billion, and if you add the top 10 companies, it'll number. So it's something equal. US IT sector and Indian IT sector is now getting equal. So we see no reason why in a decade why Indian logistics sector and US logistics sector, in terms of at least the value, if not in terms of revenue, because revenue is receptive. They work in dollars, we work in rupee. So there is a purchasing power parity issue. Physical volume, maybe, as I said, in 10 years will handle as much as what US does. But in terms of the numbers, it still does not match. But in terms of value, it's possible that we may be able to catch up much faster than what is there. Now, so it seems from the investing perspective there is a large value creation, and provided we organize the industry and catch on to the underlying parameters which are working in the industry. Now, this is the sort of a breakup of various sectors within ports, air logistics, rail, shipping freight, and packaging, handling, inventory, road, and this is a breakup of across the value segment. This is road is the biggest, which is there, and shipping freight, of course, a lot of it is in and out of India. It may not be just the Indian owners which are there. Sizable percentage of the shipping is actually dominated by the foreign shipping companies which work through Indian shippers, and this is a sort of a total of the current number, which itself is going to become bigger. Yeah, and these are the companies. Previous one, please. These are the companies, leading companies in each of these segments, and many of them are getting into each other. Like Concor is into CFS, container operation, they are getting into ports. SCI is looking into getting into ports. GE has got into offshore. Many of these GDL, they are into CFS, getting into rail containers. TCI, Gati. So they are all getting into each other's stuff and trying to expand their operations and getting into more integrated manner. But out of this 133, as I explained, very few companies are organized. Practically most of it is in an unorganized manner. And over the years, next decade or so, a lot of it will get organized with the growth coming in. Now, this is the complete, listed companies in the maritime and logistics side. So we have shipping, which has market cap of almost 10,000 crores. Shipyards are currently around 2,000 crores, but this would gallop. This will become very big in time to come. We have logistics and container, which is close to 20,000 crores, where the Container Corporation, one single company, having almost 14,000 crores of market cap. And if you look at even the multiples from logistics and container, from the income to market cap, also this is close to 4 times, while this is 2 times here. Also, this is almost equal. While overall, the multiple is close to 2.5. So when we do an income of all the logistics shipping companies, it comes close to 16,000 crores, while the value of these companies is close to 40,000 crores. So this is a complete domain. You can look at companies like GDL, for example. Their multiple is close to 100. They have a revenue of 142 crores, while their value is 1,700 crores. So overall the logistics and container within the entire maritime logistics container is the highest growing, as well as it's doing very well. Including the profit margins, if you look at, total is close to 3,670 on a 16,000 crores base, which comes to more than 20 to 23% profit margin. And we feel that this is the sort of margins which are likely to continue. And with the increased logistic size, this sector is going to grow very big. Yeah. Next one. Now these are again companies into different space, and they're as we have seen, we have studied companies, logistics companies in Europe, US, and many of them are getting into different areas. Maersk, Sealand used to be the parent, one of the companies that took over, which was sizably into the rail operations. They operate under CSX brand name in US, and they're still in rail side. They sold the container shipping part to Maersk, and a lot of these companies are into this. Even FedEx, the founder of FedEx apparently came to India to do his summer training, and he was posted in Nagpur, and he studied the system of how the aircrafts come there during the British time, and he was so enamored by that, he quit his studies and went on and founded FedEx, the world's biggest FedEx logistics company. Company FedEx is actually the inspiration came from India, Nagpur, which is a central place, and